oh no, too many people have heard the princess's voice, and she had to make a deal with Mephisto, and he turned her into an AI. Stay tuned to find out what happened. Welcome back, Gainers, to another incredible, exciting, fantastic episode of ComicGains! And if you're new to the show, I'm Adam.
I'm Zach, and this is Princess Royal Highness, looking very low today, just like usual. Do that princess wave you do too. Bow down, respect, and of course, there's the Coco dog.
Yeah, Coco made it. All right, guys, welcome back to Monday. Or what do we do every Monday, Zach?
We do what's in the... No, we don't do what's in the drop box. What's in the drop list box.
What's in the drop list?
Box.
There's one of those like by the supermarket. The drop box.
Right? The drop box.
Different kind of drop box.
Oops.
All right, guys. Every week on Monday, the Gains crew gets together and we drinking early.
That's
We're getting into the drink.
No, that's not the
We
drink.
get together and we drink, and we come up with a list of comics that were hot or trending 1 year ago, and we try to figure out which one of them can be on our drop list. And
yes, exactly.
In order to be on the drop list, you have to have gone down in price from 1 year ago.
When it was hot.
When it was hot or trending or any kind of reason, because James Gunn said it was.
I call it hot to trot.
Exactly. And it's really fun. We basically get to look at these books where it might be a really good idea to pick them up because they're so low in price and no one's talking about it because it's been a year later, which is kind of cool. Or there's a really good reason no one's talking about it. Maybe you should forget those books ever existed.
Yeah, maybe pull out a Lassie.
A Lassie?
Yeah. Or is that Old Yeller?
Yeah, nobody forgot about Lassie. Sure, yeah, you're on it today. But, and if you're really lucky and you stay all the way to the end, and if you stop your door right now and hit the like button, Zach will give you his expert opinion as the graded expert of the ComicGains household on which graded book you should pick up. All right, before we get into any of that, we're going to get into another beer. Apparently, it's a double beer day.
This is caffeine. I want to get into a Cascade Ice because it sounds fancy. It's not fancy.
It's not a beer?
No, yeah, it's caffeine. Caffeinated. I stopped drinking energy drinks and now I'm just trying to get caffeinated. It's organic pomegranate mango. USDA organic. Not that it really means much. 0 calories and 16 fluid ounces. Sorry guys, there's no point to it. There's no best part.
I'm cutting back on the drinking. He's like...
What are you talking about? I didn't see nothing. I think Mephisto is like telling me some lies.
The Mephisto.
It's a hard pass.
It's not good?
If it had some alcohol in it.
I thought USDA was like for meats.
Oh,
what's in there?
I don't know.
The meat.
It has meat in it. It's like, what kind of meat? It's like, you don't want to know.
You know where else you won't find any lies? Hanging out with us on Whatnot every Saturday. Woo! Where you have tons of games to be had, 30-second auctions, dollar starts, all keys, 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You can hang out with Adam and Zach, and if you stay up a little bit later, at 6 p.m., Princess hosts her very own show where if you've been wanting to hear what it sounds like when she talks before Mephisto cuts it off, that's how you get to do it. Come kick it.
It's worth the wait.
It is. It is. All right, guys, let's get to the list from 1 year ago. Number 5 on the list. Let's go DC. We got Batman. We're talking the devil. We got 666. That's kind of crazy how that worked out that way, right?
Yeah.
Batman 666, 2007. Andy Kubert, Grant Morrison. Very, very cool book. There's a lot of really cool Damian Keys. I don't know where you put this at the level of first appearance of Damian, but this is a standalone story showing Damian as Batman in the future.
The future.
Yeah, what would happen in the future if he became Batman? If you're asking yourself, who the heck is Damian? Zach, who the heck is Damian?
He's the son of Bruce Wayne and Talia al Ghul.
Yeah.
2 big families that bring the heat.
They come together.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's cool. Grant Morrison actually created this character. It kind of took place in this run a little earlier before this book. And side note, this is also a first print of Professor Pig. And he's kind of a cool character they've revamped in the future later on. And there's some speculation that we'll be using him in the new Matt Reeves second Batman, which is cool as well. This book was hot last year at this time when James Gunn took over the DCEU, or now the DCU, and said that they're going to be making a Brave and the Bold. I think it's either a movie or a TV show. I'm not quite sure what it's officially going to be, but he would like Damian to be the star of that show. So this book obviously took a huge jump in price. There's also, you want to be on the lookout, $6.55 first cameo of Damian, and $6.56 first full appearance. They're almost equally in price, which is kind of cool. I like the $6.55 better cover, though. Actually, I like the $6.66 as a better cover, but however you want to play it. Those are the three big keys if you're looking for them. And yeah, we'll have to see.
And also, there's some variants to it, too, so keep an eye out on that. Yeah. Of varying expenses.
What are the numbers for the Devil?
Yeah, the Devil was raging a year ago at $150 for a CGC 9.8. Now, $142. Range 113 to as high as 375. Average sales 209. It's only a 5% drop. There's 1,095 total graded. 471 of them are 9.8. So it's about a 43% ratio of all graded. Not a bad book at all. I think this will make a clean sweep. It will be a home run, a touchdown, and all of the sports references I just don't understand. I'm sorry. I love the Seahawks, but I say go sports. And I say go this book all the way. Right now, $142 for 9.8. You have to consider it. You gotta consider it. Considering that this character could be $1,000 character. $1,000 book. Especially him as a Batman is pretty dope.
Yeah, I could get down with it. You know what else I could get down with? Number 4 on the list, Avengers Arena #1. Ooh, we got a little lesser known spec book here. Oh, Coco's getting her licking done for the day. Some cleaning.
Now Princess doesn't have to take a shower.
Yeah, that's how it works. Coco just lick you clean. 2013, guys. Dave Johnson, Dennis Hopeless. That's kind of a cool name.
Dennis Hopeless.
Hopeless. Yeah. I didn't even,
Kind of a downer.
I know. Hopefully that's a pen name. Maybe his real name. It's kind of crazy. But this is a book very, very much like Strange Academy, so to speak. Maybe not quite as well of a written story, but has a lot of similar attributes to it. It's kind of a new school in Avengers Arena. There's a lot of first appearances in it. So here's just to name some of them. There's a character named Death Locket, who happens to be related to Deathlock. It's a female version. There's Kid Britain, who's an alternate reality version of Captain Britain, but as a kid. Cullen Bloodstone, who is the relative of or the brother, of Elsa Bloodstone. Yeah, of Elsa Bloodstone, which is kind of the reason this was the key. Let's see, Anachronism Boy is a boy / spirit / Celtic warlord. So it's like all three things mixed together. Not quite sure about that character, but it seems kind of cool. First, Nara, who's an Atlantean, and Apex, who is a bioengineered character as well. So bunch of cool ones. The one you're really looking for, though, I think is Cullen Bloodstone. Reason why he's basically a really cool character throughout the book, but later on he gets infected with like a demon, and he has super strength, superpowers because he has the Bloodstone ring, so he has one of the...
like a chip.
Yeah, kind of like they all have like a special Bloodstone thing that gives them powers. But they had Death of Doctor Strange came out, which introduced the new sister of Elsa and...
it's like Asha or something like that?
And Cullen. And... everyone got really pumped about the character, and they were thinking with Werewolf by Night, he may show up. He didn't yet. So his book's gone down a little bit in price. Obviously, Zach will hit you with more numbers. Be on the lookout, though. There is a Mike Perkins 1 in 50 variant that's actually worth a good amount of money. It's a decent cover. Decent cover on there, too. And there's a Scotty Young variant for this book, which is surprisingly not very expensive. So you almost might want to consider it. It's not a bad cover as well. And I think the demon's name is Gaitrox, something like that. Gaiatrox. It's hard to say those demon names.
It's Gigapet.
There you go.
All right, price a year ago for a CGC 9.8. It was in a battle arena, like that battle arena game that Adam likes. I can't remember what it's called. What was it called?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
There's a battle arena?
Yeah. Remember we bought that? Anyways, side note. We'll talk about that on another show. For CGC 9.8 was $92. Now $80. Range 50 to as high as 125. $80 average sale. That makes sense. 13%. 13%.
That was the low.
No, that was the price now. So it's sold more so above $80.
It's your comics and you need them now?
It's my comics. I need them now.
Now.
GG comics right now. Okay, sorry. 13% drop. There's 212 total graded. 137 of them really high are 9.8. That's 65%. Everybody gets this graded and it comes back at 9.8. That's ridiculous. I will say, not a bad price. $80. It's a bargain price. I don't know how many legs this will have. Probably just a regular 2, but there could be a 3rd leg in there. So consider it also if you like this book, if you like the spec potential. I'll probably pick another book, but if it comes up for a bargain price, you gotta get it. Gotta get it. That's all I gotta say. Colin Bloodstone.
He's kind of a cool character. Him and Elsa like swear a lot. Ever since that Next Wave book. It's like they're always like adding in extra swear words for them, you know, even though they're like blanked out. When I read it, I just say the swear words that they're saying.
Yeah.
Or I imagine that's the swear word.
What I'm saying is there's a chance. I'm saying there's a chance.
It could be. All right, guys. Number 3 on the list, we got Jungle Action. Number 6, 1973.
Ooh.
Great book. Rich Buckler, Don McGregor. And yeah, it's a cool thing. You know, basically... Black Panther, you know, showed up in Fantastic Four 52 and then didn't really get his like own solo title for quite a while. And they had this Jungle Action book rolling around. I think it was like reprints of Khazar through like issue 1 through 4. And they're just kind of this big goofy books or whatever. And they're like, hey, let's just take this book over and we'll reprint a really key issue of Black Panther in issue number 5.
Right.
First M'Baka.
Oh.
And then 6, they're like, hey, let's do an original story and let's show a new character. And his name is Eric Killmonger. And yeah, really cool. It's, you know, one of his first original story in his like kind of own title, because it's like, you know, Jungle Action featuring Black Panther. And I think he actually finishes out the entire run, goes all the way to the end of issue 24. So Jungle Action... And there's a lot of great keys in there. I didn't realize there were so many good keys in all the way to issue 24 of Jungle Action.
Very cool.
A lot of great covers as well. So be on the lookout for that. But as you guys know, Michael B. Jordan killed it as Killmonger in the original Black Panther. And a lot of people, he was one of the possible spec characters to come back and take over as the Black Panther. I thought that would have been really cool because... I thought he kind of stole the show in the original Black Panther. It was one of the reasons that movie was so good. For, you know, a lot of other reasons as well. But we did get to see him. He showed up. This book spiked up because of that. And yeah, it's back down on the drop list. And I actually found it recently that it's way low enough that it was able to purchase. A lot cheaper than I thought it was going to be. Zach will probably get you some more fun numbers on that. But he's a cool character in the comics. Don't forget that he gets... resurrected at a certain point in the comics and actually comes back after he's killed. So we could see that in the movie. I feel like if they do another Black Panther 3 or something like that, I would like to see him in the movie again or continue to be in there. So however they can figure it out. So,
well,
you know, good character.
I think there's a chance.
Yeah.
So it was going all hot, like Michael Jordan, like hot as an awesome.
Sweaty.
A year ago, sweaty. At $917 for a CGC 9.4. Now, it was actually Michael B. Jordan at $416 for a 9.4. Range, $416 to as high as $1,100. Average sale is $743. It's a 55% drop. I will say that there has been a sale of 9.8. The high was $5,400 for a CGC 9.8. Kind of pretty dang high. It's like, I would like to have a 9.8, but I can't afford it.
5,000?
Yeah.
Wow.
But what makes it even more impressive, there's 1,008 total graded. There's only 10 9.8s.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And it's that cheap?
1% of total graded.
And it's still only $5. That should be like a $10,000 book.
Exactly. I think that's really undervalued. It's really undervalued, especially right now. You might be able to get it for $2,500. Someone stupid enough to put it up. Let's hope. Yeah, anyways, yeah.
We can hope.
I really recommend getting this book. I mean, Killmonger is a potential big character that they could bring back in. They got the time thing. They got the different realities.
Multiverse,
The multiverse. He's probably going to pop it again as Black Panther. I would not be surprised. Along with T'Challa's son. There might be 2 or 3 Black Panthers. That'd be really cool, too.
Yeah.
Whole team. Anyways, yeah, I would say get this book. I highly recommend it.
Wow. Coco's getting excited for this next book. Number 2 on the list. World War Hulk issue number 5 from 2008. I actually thought this was going to be number 1 on the list, but unfortunately it's number 2. We got John Romita Jr., Greg Pak, and a beautiful David Finch cover on that one. Actually, looks really, really cool. If you guys are wondering what this book is all about, what this story is all about, you know, back when the Illuminati were like, hey, we're done with the Hulk. Like, he's like messing too much stuff up. Let's put him on that ship and we'll ship him off. And he goes away to another planet and has to deal with a bunch of crap. And when he gets back, he's pissed because he's like, the Illuminati got rid of me. And you know what he wants to do? Declare war on the Earth. Smash. Yeah, and that's why they call it World War Hulk. Well, a bunch of cool stuff happens. He tears through a bunch of the other heroes. You get the cool Hulkbuster armor that we got to see in the movie, which was exciting. And on the cover there, you see him fighting the Sentry. They're actually buddies, but the Sentry decides like, hey, you know, I'm gonna have to fight my friend because I'm the only one strong enough to stop him. Really cool battle. Everyone always wanted to see the Hulk fight Sentry. And at the very end, you learn that the Hulk impregnated a woman on his journey, and that's how he gets Scar, everyone's favorite Hulk child.
Bow chicka bow wow.
Yeah. So, you know, interesting character in the books. I haven't read that much into Scar. I know he's had his own solo title. Obviously, Marvel wants to do something with him. They've already put him in the MCU, which is why this book was trending last year. We got to see him at the end of She-Hulk. I don't know why they did that. I mean, I guess he was already away at that planet, so it kind of made sense, but that was a really weird way to show him, like, hey, at this family dinner, here's my son with this really bad haircut. And I don't know, I thought the haircut was weird, but
they made a bad choice.
He's also another character that started out, has a real first appearances in that the What If Planet Hulk, which is kind of cool. So he does have a bunch of first appearance keys, sorta, so you got to be careful which one you want to go after. I'm not sure if the World War Hulk 5 is your best one to go after. I think the What If one might be the better one, but who knows? Who knows where Scar is going to go in this? And people kept saying he's already going to replace the Hulk, but how hard is it to be a CGI character, you know? All I got to do is the voice acting, so I don't see that anytime soon. And just so you guys know, this surprised me. There's a 1 in 25 variant by John Romita Jr. He did the cover for that book, and it sucks really bad. And it's probably why it's actually worth less than this book. Yeah, it's a horrible cover. It's bad. So don't be on the lookout for that, unless you just want to see it and see how bad it is.
Right.
Anyway.
Well, they had a revelation. A priest had a revelation that the world was going to end a year ago. And it was CDC selling for $9.8, $275. Now, the guy was a false prophet. He was a liar. It's $102 for a CDC 9.8. Range, $62 to as high as $275.
Ooh.
Average sell is $139. 62% drop. There's 567 of them graded. And only a lot of them are 301 of them are 9.8. It's 54% of total graded for CTC. I mean, just send one in, hope for the best. Pre-screen it. $102. You could buy it if you like the character, if you believe in it. I don't like the haircut. I don't know.
I don't think he has a haircut in the book. Doesn't he have like a man bun for a while?
Yeah,
he's like a man bun.
He probably looks pretty cool in the book, but on the She-Hulk show, it's like, I don't know.
Everybody looked bad on the She-Hulk show. She-Hulk looked bad on the She-Hulk show.
Yeah. I would say, unless you get like a crazy deal, or if you decide, I bought this book for $5, $10, maybe even $15, and it's going to be guaranteed 9.8. You're paying in half the amount. I mean, that's a pretty good bargain. But at the same time, I don't know. There's other books out there.
You could read World War Hulk though, because it's a good story. It's only 5 issues,
read
so if you want to read it. All right, you made it to the end, guys. The number 1 drop book in the world, in the multiverse, is Silver Surfer number 3. 1968. Silver Age goodness, drawn by the legendary John Buscema and written by Stan Lee, who is Silver Surfer is, I guess, Stan Lee said is pretty much his favorite character that he has created. It's kind of interesting, And I don't know, I have a question for you guys, so definitely leave this down in the chat. I know I could look this up, but you guys out there are the experts. Why are all the Silver Surfer Silver Age issues like double size? You ever notice that?
A lot of them are, yeah. The first 4 or 5 issues.
Yeah, why would they double size them all?
Because they want to give you more bang for your buck.
I suppose they're 25 cents.
Yeah.
And back then it was 12 cents at Silver Age. I don't know.
Oh, yeah,
I'm sure all of our friends out there in the comic world will let me know. I'd love to hear down in the comments if anybody knows the reason for that. But if you guys don't know what Silver Surfer 3 is the first appearance of Mephisto, everybody's favorite character in Marvel Comics. He's done a lot of cool stuff. He's screwed up a lot of stuff, specifically Spider-Man in that One More Day story. But if you guys don't really know, in the Marvel world, a lot of people think like Mephisto's the devil. He's not necessarily the devil. He's an elder god of the universe that basically takes the appearance of like the devil-like character. So he's not necessarily connected to like God and Jesus and the Christianity, so to speak, in the Marvel universe. He like controls a realm that basically is treated like hell, where he like makes deals for people's souls to like take into that. But it's a realm, not like actual hell.
Okay.
Because I guess there is like another version of hell somewhere else. Just to be specific, but this character's been long overdue to come to the Marvel Universe. I mean, they were specking the crap out of him in WandaVision. Everyone's like, there he is. They were seeing him like, that bush looks like Mephisto. He's going to be in there. That cat said Mephisto in the meow. So I haven't had him so far, but there's been a lot of spec. There's been some people that said because the Chinese market is such a big market for movies, a lot of times that's like, when they come out here, you get a lot of money and you almost get like double the amount of money when it gets to that market. They're not appreciative of devil-like characters in movies, so they're worried about that. But I think eventually they're going to use them. And the big spec was last year. It was announced that Sacha Baron Cohen, everyone's favorite Borat, was in line to play him, which could work out. I don't think anything has been official yet, but it sounded like it was like almost official, which everyone was like really jumping on board with this book. We will see where that takes us down the road. There's some really interesting and cool numbers with this, which Zach will also tell you about. I won't spoil that for you, but I might have to make a deal with the devil to get this book.
Yeah, it was The Prince of Lies a year ago for CGC 9.4, selling for $7,200. Now, selling for $2,668. Range, 2,668 to 7,200. Average sales 4,345. It's a 63% drop. There is a record sale for a CGC 9.8 for 55,200.
That's crazy.
There's 3,633 total graded. There's only 8 9.8s.
That's crazy.
It's less than 1% of total graded. This book is a doozy. This book is super, super key. I would probably try to get like a little bit above a mid-grade. You might be able to afford a little bit above a mid-grade for most people, hopefully. I kind of want a little bit above a mid-grade, like 5, 6.0, 6.0, a little bit above mid-grade. I would say this is a book that will be a top runner for a long time. It's going to be one of the big villains that's always going to be in the Marvel universe if they ever in the MCU if they ever show him. He'll be one of the big like background villains like Dormammu and
Thanos. He's definitely Thanos level for sure.
I think Mephisto's stronger than Thanos. I mean, if he doesn't,
not
Thanos,
with the Gauntlet.
Gauntlet, he can take out pretty much everybody except for the Tribunal and up. I would say. I would consider this to be a big grail key that you want to get. And if you're anywhere close to a Silver Surfer fan, I would say you need this book in your collection. Need it.
Yeah. I can tell you from experience, though, square-bound books are a pain in the butt to get a decent grade in. It's like CGC or CBCS need to understand a little bit that these books back then, there was no bag and boards, and they're gonna get all messed up, and there's nothing you could do about the square boundaries, and people wanted to read them. They wanted to love them.
As soon as you read it, it's already guaranteed not to be a 9.8. That's why there's only 8 9.8s.
Yeah,
rated.
Pretty much. All right, guys, that wraps up the drop list for this week. Whew. And if you love hearing these as much as we love bringing them to you every week, do us a huge favor and hit the subscribe button. Right after that, hit the like button so this video gets all that loving out there. Leave a comment down below. We'd love to hear about the Silver Surfer, as well as what do you guys think about AI Princess? This is our thumbnail was actually done in AI, and I know that's a hot topic for everybody. Fortunately, will not be using it on the cover of a comic anytime soon. That won't be happening. But yeah, and hit that notification bell because if you want to talk about this with us live on Wednesday, we will be here on Wednesday for you to do that.
Mm-hmm.
What else you got, Zach?
Yeah, sure. How you do that is you have to go to Silicon Valley and go around
Silicon Valley.
Silicon Valley.
Silicon Valley.
Yeah. What's it called? Like sweater? No. Never mind. Anyways, you gotta go to Silicon Valley. You gotta go around. Find the next big hip thing that they're gonna release, and the creator, and you gotta punch that guy in the face. And then when he actually becomes famous, you'd be like, that guy, for example, Jeff Bezos, I punched him in the face. No, I actually didn't punch him in the face, just to be clear. But
somebody probably did.
Then you got that story. It's like, I punched this famous person in the face, and they did nothing about it. Ha ha ha.
That's really what you would look forward to?
Yeah. It's a little bit of investment.
I'm worried,
people.
It's worried about that.
Low payout. Low payout.
Here's a list of all the famous people that I punched in the face. Don't want to see this guy in Artist Alley. He's like, I punched all those guys in the face.
Every single one.
All right, guys. Till we see you next time, stay safe and
get those famous punch-out games.
Yeah. Be careful.
KO.